Hello, and welcome to episode 53 of the Tavern Chat Podcast. I am your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, the main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog. All right, so what are we going to get into today? Got a couple of voicemails. Yes, voicemails. Woohoo! Uh, and I'm going to dig into the voicemails. So, first, from Larry.
Eric, I do have to say I really enjoyed your little explanation of why clerics might have better poison saving throws than the other classes because of the way they advance within their orders, perhaps. But yeah, I totally agree that it just seemed like there was a random assigning of numbers for saving throws, and that simplification of going with one save makes a lot of sense and speeds things up.
Oh, thank you, Larry, for your words on the single save and looking at my off the cuff ideas about why clerics have a better save. You know, the interoffice politics of being a cleric might have led to some interoffice poisonings. Real story. Last night, I go to bed, and there's a little odor in the room. I'm thinking, I know my wife was doing her nails earlier, and I'm like, I don't think it's that. But it wasn't bad. My niece had been over. She's 7. She likes making the bed when she comes over. It's a real pain in the ass when you want to go to bed because nobody has the right pillows and stuff. So, but in any case, I'm fluffing my pillows up, putting my head down, and I'm realizing I can't breathe. I mean, not like I'm gonna die, but I'm having trouble breathing. It's not good, and I'm realizing these pillows have it's not a stench. It's an aroma. It's probably pleasant if you can breathe it. And I'm like, I can't. What the heck? And I tell my wife Rach what's going on, and she's like, "Oh yeah, Shannon got her hands on one of my perfumes, and it's not like a body perfume; it's like a pillow perfume. Yeah, she sprayed down 6 or 7 pillows and the top of the bed sheets with about I don't know, about 2 ounces of this shit. It doesn't normally get referred to as shit. I think I've survived it in the past, but it was just so much. I failed my save. Literally, I mean, I don't think I even had a save. So when it comes to using poison in game, all these little things in life get you thinking that you don't have to use typical poisons as we know it to have a detrimental effect on your target. You know, you can use a noxious smell or an overwhelming smell, uh, vinegar, rotten eggs, uh, a very annoying perfume. You can use this to distract your opponent. If your target is somebody that you're trying to affect outside of combat, you can ruin their chance for a restful sleep and the ability to regain spells or to heal. There's things you can do outside the box. So again, Larry, thank you for your comment. It led very well into my near lack of sleep last night. And in the long run, our solution was to rip off all the pillowcases, change the sheets. Not a perfect solution. I can still smell some of it, but I was able to sleep. And it'll fade. But yeah, that was an interesting way to go to bed last night. So we have that. All right. On to the next email. Our next email is from Colin. Colin is from across the pond. So here we go.
Hello, Mr. Tenkar. Colin Green here, aka Spike Pit, calling in from across the pond just to say I've been listening to your episodes. I think I've listened to them all now. And just like to say, I've been enjoying them and looking forward to your rundown of the various OSR rule systems, etc. In particular, I'm looking forward to Basic Fantasy. But I enjoyed your Swords and Wizardry one, and I think it's really cool you're giving Mr. Hobbs your kind of fanatical support for the OSR. So yeah, I'll be putting my vote in. So you're preaching to the converted on that one already. So take care. Bye then.
Colin, now you've listened to the whole 51, 52 prior episodes. God bless you. Hopefully they got better as time went on. I think they have. I think I've improved, but only my audience can tell me. Yes, Basic Fantasy RPG will be one of the earlier games that I cover. Chris Gottman also has Black Falcon, which is his white box take. It's solid. And here's the thing that I'm going to try to keep in mind, that when it comes to the OSR, there are rule sets that are free in PDF. There are rule sets that are not free in PDF. I have lists on the blog side for the free OSR rule sets that you can find in PDF. I believe Fantasy covers over 60. Now, it doesn't just cover D&D derivatives, D20 derivatives. It includes things like the D6 system, which is Star Wars. I mean, come on. And that's just that D6 system is open now. It's a beautiful thing. Oh wow, yeah, I'm about to go off on a freaking tangent right now. So the Far West RPG, which we've been waiting for since 2011. Holy shit. I mean, it was supposed to be ready at the end of 2011. And I know this because I got married in November 2011 to Rach. So believe me, it's stuck in your mind. The latest event with Far West is that it has gone from, I'm not even sure what the initial system was, probably a D20. Now it's going on to be a D6 system based on the open D6, which I think is a better fit. Don't get me wrong. But now you're retooling a whole game that you, in theory, had ready to publish and ready to release. It was supposed to be ready in D6 in June. Obviously not. My birthday's on the 30th of July. Let's see if it hits that. I'm going to hit with the probably not. Listen, there are people that have fucked up Kickstarters in the past. Mike Neistel, the Wandering Wizard, being one of them. And Mike is the rare exception where he said, in the end, I am an incompetent businessman. I am a fuck up. You should not trust me with your money going forward. I am sorry. I'm a failure. And he fell on a fucking sword. And you know what? There is nothing that compares to that. Doesn't make it any better. Doesn't make me trust him. You're right. I would never give Mike Neistel a fucking cent in my life and expect to see it come back. That being said, I mean, with having back two of his Kickstarters that went nowhere, I'm okay with that. I'm not thrilled with it, but I'm okay with it because for somebody to step up and say, I'm a fuck up, it's awesome. And it's not like Ken Whitman. Ken Whitman does not step up and say, oh, I'm a fuck up. And fuck you, poo-poo head. No. Or poo-poo face, or whatever the hell he called me. Somebody like Ken Whitman denies. It's not his fault. All this failure to produce from Ken Whitman is on Ken Whitman, but he puts it on his backers. He puts it on people like me. I can't complete this work because I can't find other income streams to produce what I promised my Kickstarter. No, dude, you can't find other ways to fleece people. And running, owning, working, whatever you're fucking doing now, Ken. I've read some of your email missives. I gotta see if I can release that shit. I gotta do a whole episode of just reading the Ken Whitman emails. Wow, I guess I just covered 3 different types of creators: of fucked up failure creators, the incompetent asshole, but falls on a sword. The Garasharka, who is I'm always a day away. It's like listening to the Annie musical. Tomorrow is always a day away. Garasharka, always a day away from release. And Ken Whitman, Con Man Ken, ultimate fuck up in gaming. One that single-handedly killed the cash cow. That was Kickstarter. It still works for people in the RPG industry, but before Ken, you did a Kickstarter and everyone's like, "Oh, I'll give you money," and now people go, "Isn't that guy Ken Whitman? Didn't he like fleece I don't know, half dozen Kickstarters worth of people out of money?" People go, "Oh shit, yeah." So thank you, Ken. You've done the work that others couldn't do. Well, this is an episode that went off the fucking rails. Didn't put it to turn into a rant. Well, there you go. I've covered poisons and clerics and a bit of what we're gonna go and where we're gonna go with covering the OSR rule sets and a little rant on Kickstarter and the fuck ups behind it. Oh, go figure. What a surprise! I went off on that shit. All right, folks. That's just what you get when I don't get a good night's sleep due to somebody poisoning me with perfume. My 7-year-old fucking niece. I love her to pieces, but man, she could have killed me. Maybe. Possibly. Probably not. All right, folks. Thanks for listening to me vent and rant. God bless. Be safe. Roll those dice well. And I will see you all tomorrow.
Eric, Jason Hobbs with Random Screed, and Hobbs and Friends with the OSR here. Hey, just listen to your episode 50. It's almost like an anniversary, right? 50 straight days of podcasting, or anchor casting, I guess. Either way, man, I really appreciate the kind words. There are some other good podcasts in there, namely Fear of a Black Dragon. Jason Cordova and Tom McGrenery sound great, and it's a very well-produced show. It's scripted, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a different thing, and it's really a story game show that reviews and breaks down OSR adventures, which is actually kind of a cool concept and a cool idea. So I would suggest people go and listen to the shows and see what they think. You should do another one closer to July 11th when voting opens. So thanks again, man. Be cool. Later.